Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, there's something that I need to get off my chest, and it's something close to, no, it basically is an apology. I'm sorry. And this is the thing, apologies are very, very, very rare in the gacha space, and apologies on my channel are some of the rarest things of all. And I'm here to say sorry to Zani. I'm here to say sorry to the Zani mains community, and I'm here to say sorry for being absolutely right once again. Jesus Christ, holy it is hard being this right all the time. Because if you haven't been keeping up with the premier Zani main over here, we've got Wallenstein's channel. There's been a video that he released very recently that a lot of individuals have been flooding my comment section with, telling me that I need to watch, that I need to address. And of course, I think this is probably the best comment to show for it over here. Let me go. R.I.P. Cloudin Tontas. What else do we got? This might shut him up. That guy is so bad at the game. Oh, here's the best one. What is Saint gonna say this time around? Naturally, right? When you see a lot of comments like this on one of the latest videos, then you have to imagine, oh, Jesus Christ, what did Wallens end up posting? What was so diabolical that it has so many members of the community freaking out to this level? Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. We've got Zani, but I didn't quick swap for the casual player, brackets, Wuthering Waves. And basically, what Wallenstein indicates in this clear over here, we can just watch some parts of it ourselves, right? It's him showing a Zani rotation without any quick swap at all. And by quick swap, we're talking about quick swaps during the actual Zani Nightfalls. You can see he's still doing some tricky stuff over here in between the characters, going in on Phoebe, using her transformation, stuff like that. You can see that there's still some slightly advanced tech happening over here. But the main thing is that when he goes on Zani, right, he simply just uses her enhanced skill to get the Spectrofrazzle amp, then goes into her liberation, and then just starts swinging. That's it. That's basically all he does over here, and you can see there's no actual quick swaps occurring during those Nightfalls. And so naturally, you might be thinking, oh boy, surely, since we've been having such a massive discussion about how great Zani is as a character, how much pull value she has, timeless, ageless, wonderful, amazing, you would expect a baller clear time. Right? You would expect, hey, oh, Wallenstein is absolutely going to obliterate the narrative, right, that Saint's been saying. The narrative that Zani is one of the worst investments that a player can make unless you're willing to quick swap, play the game like a job, and learn her rotation. Well, let's just fast forward a little bit so I can show you the clear time. It clears with, let's just look over here, 9 seconds left. This team, where you can see that Wallenstein is still optimizing the rotation to speed up Phoebe, doing the dodge cancels, all of that, swapping during Shorekeeper's rotation to make sure that Confession stays up. He clears with 9 seconds left. This is also the other unfortunate reality of this clear. He clears with 9 seconds left. Wow, this is the investment. We got the Zani signature. We've also got the Phoebe signature. And this is the one over here that's going to really blow your mind and really seal the deal when it comes to how dog shit this unit is. He got the Shorekeeper signature too. So he ran into this with a full 6-cost team. All limited units. They all have their signature. And even with rotation optimizations, the sheer fact that he didn't use quick swap results in him getting, quite possibly, I think, the worst possible clear that a 6-cost team can get, unless you're using Zhang Liao, Yinlin, Jinxie, or Camellia. That is the reality of what you're seeing on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Zani's competition without quick swap, with a full premium team that's explicitly designed for her, where none of the characters can be used in their roles elsewhere. Zani has no other teammates. Phoebe in Confession Mode has no other teammates. She's competing with 1.x units for last place. Most people would view this as, this barely clears. And the reality that most people should come to is that this is Wallenstein's playing this team. This is the individual that people have been rallying behind as one of the best players of the game. And he's showing you, one of the best players of the game is showing you himself that without quick swap, this unit is some absolute fucking dog shit and one of the worst pulls that any player can make in the game. Because you're not just pulling her, you're pulling Phoebe with her signature, and you're also pulling Shorekeeper's S0R1, her Stellar Symphony, as well. And so naturally, right, we're going to have to address some of the other comments that have been floating around in this comment section. What is Saint going to say this time around? Everyone is delusional but him. Kick this Saint rat out of the community. Rip, clown, and taunt us. Don't know why they prefer to trust Saint over someone who is a true expert at the game. This is the most ironic comment of all, because all we need to do is take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Oops, sorry, spoiling a little bit. At when this video is uploaded. 13 hours ago. Let's take a look at some of my live streams over the past 3 days. We got one 3 days ago. Let's just watch the last couple of seconds of this clear. Yeah, and you could just have 136 ER and then Phoebe with her signature, and you. I'm clearing at essentially the same type at the same time as Wallenstein's. You want to know why there's a time difference? I don't have Shorekeeper signature. Yes, I am not buffing the entire team's attack by 14%. And so, as a result, I'm doing it live on stream. I don't have Shorekeeper Sig. I'm also chatting with chat the whole time. And then I proceed to bust out the same clear, possibly better than the one that Wallenstein was doing, recorded, where he had infinite retries and could get the best time he possibly could. But this is the thing, guys. I didn't just do it one time. I actually did it twice. Uh-oh, did that hit? Yeah, no, that one hit.
From the heart. Judgment time.
Oh, I don't need to go back onto her to use her skill if I'm double introing. Would you look at this time as well? Huh.
All yours. All of you at once. I don't
That is such a cringe time for how I'm playing this, bro.
My shield can withstand more than that.
We functionally get the same exact time twice, both live on stream, and again, without having Shorekeeper signature. And so Wallenstein is using a more expensive team than I am. He's doing it pre-recorded, so he has infinite retries, and he's barely getting 2 seconds faster than me, with a whole goddamn signature advantage. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the current narrative. And the funniest thing is that this was recorded 1 day ago, so it was before Wallenstein went on his campaign. And of course, like I mentioned before, that clear, the first one I ever did, that was 3 days ago. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you now have verifiable proof from some of the best players in the game. Because what else can I be, right? What else can I be other than one of the best players in the game when I'm getting the same clears as Wallenstein's, right? It's self-admitted at this point. You guys are telling me that I'm good. You guys are admitting that I'm good at the game. Because you've been glazing Wallenstein's this whole time as one of the best players, and now I'm getting the same, if not better, clears than he is. That's rough, isn't it? Oh, that narrative is going to be a little bit tough to handle for the Zani mates. And now you can probably realize, right? Now you can probably see why I'm saying sorry. Because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have some increased medical bills while they go ahead and they try to treat the massive amount, the terminal level of disease that they have. Saint derangement syndrome. Because Wallenstein's just uploaded the same clear that I did. One of the self-professed, not the self-professed, but one of the conferred best players of the game. We're playing at the same level. Isn't that a kick in the head? Isn't that a bit rough? Isn't that a bit of a realization for this entire community of Zani mains who, well, at this point, they're just getting dragged around like a bunch of little piggies on this narrative adventure that we're going on right now because Wallenstein's just proved me right. Why don't we listen to some of the choice words that I had for this unit and for this team after this clear? Okay, barely clear, guys. Awesome. Awesome. 136 ER Zani is what you need. And then again, I showed that Zani can do it with a lower ER at the same clear time over here in this run. So that doesn't really matter. The ER doesn't matter. You just gotta do double intro, but the team still clears like dog shit. Just roll a bunch of like 4 out of 5 echoes. Make sure you get 136 ER, and then you will be able to clear. And by clear, we mean barely clear. Because Wallenstein's, with higher levels of investment, barely fucking clears. And let's just take a look at his echoes real fast, ladies and gentlemen. It's not like he's out here using some dog shit. It's not like he's out here using some trash. He's got some solid fucking echoes, some really, really high crit damage rolls, all of this shit, bro. some solid 4 out of 5 pieces. He's not out here using like some homeless build on the character and doing a lot with a little. No, he's close to maximum levels of investment. Insane crit rate rolls. Like this was a fucking 9.9, 18.6, 7.9 heavy and then ER on top of it. So ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people have been talking about the Wallenstein's apology, right? That I've been expecting one, that I've been asking for one. This video is essentially an apology from Wallenstein's. And the best way that I know it is that Wallenstein's just uploaded a clear where he shows, even at his highest level of gameplay, doing a 1-2-3 rotation with even his minor quiz swaps and stuff like that during the Shorekeeper and Phoebe rotation. He's getting the same clear time as me while I'm live. And you want to know how I know Wallenstein's is basically apologizing with this video? Well, all you got to do is take a look at the live stream, right, where I'm doing these runs. And you can see over here, Wallenstein's is in chat. And even during, right, our other runs itself, where we're on other characters, brother man, let's just look at the transcript over here real fast. Wallenstein's is in your YouTube chat? Oh, there he is right there. As I'm doing those Phoebe and Zani runs. As I'm doing Wallenstein's in your YouTube chat. These Phoebe Zani runs, Wallenstein's is in my chat, watching me get clears at like 237.58. All of that stuff. So he's right there. Do you think it's a coincidence that he just shows up and uploads functionally the same clear that I do? This is how I view this. This is him showing, hey guys, even when I'm playing the sweatiest possible 1-2-3 rotation, I'm getting the same clear time as Saint while he's live. And that's just how it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's the truth regarding this matter. He's also verifying that this is one of the worst 6-cost teams in the game. And that's a fact. At least without quick swap. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, we got to address one thing over here when it comes to good old Wallenstein's. Bro's lying a little bit, right? Let's just be entirely honest. Zani, but I didn't quick swap for the casual player. I'm going to be entirely real with you here, brother man. I don't think that this is casual. I still think this is quick swap. And yes, we're not quick swapping during nightfalls, but like, is somebody who plays this game for like an hour a day, 30 minutes a day, are they doing this in their pre-rotation setups for their 1-2-3 teams? No, I don't think any real casual person is doing that. We're still quick swapping a good amount. I think I counted 3 swaps before Shorekeeper even uses her Stellar Realm. That's kind of a lot, and I wouldn't say that this is like an actual casual clear. What I have done, though, is actually done a true casual clear so you guys can see what the clear time would actually look like. This is just some gameplay that I did after examining the ridiculousness of whatever the fuck Wallenstein was doing at the start of the rotation here, and this is more so what you might be able to expect from a casual player. Let's just take a look at this real fast. Right. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. We are canceling some animations. You'll see me perform some Phoebe dodge cancels over here. That's probably not very casual either. But as you can see, right, also got some crisp stuff on the Heron. And that's what the rotations are looking like. We basically just do that over and over and over. We also hit a lot of parries too. Like, this guy's broken before even like a quarter of his health is gone. We're playing well, even for a casual. And the end result is that this actually ends up clearing. Let's just take a look at the time of when this actually finishes floor 4. You got about 1 second left. That was what my clear time looked like without doing any of this goofy shit that Wallenstein was doing in his clear. Because on my 237.50 clears, right, the ones that are essentially the same as Wallen's, I'm doing some crazy shit like this. I'm still quick swapping like crazy during the rotational set. Like, bro, like, this is not casual. Let's be entirely fucking honest here. This is a sweaty 1-2-3 rotation. And this gameplay that I showed you over here, This is more so the time that you're going to get, ladies and gentlemen. Barely. 1 fucking second left. 31-22. It's 31-22. Unless you do some of this crazy shit over here that Wallenstein is doing. Bro, how is this? You gonna expect that from somebody that just pulled Zani and Phoebe? Hell no. They're gonna pull these units and not be able to clear. That's the reality of it, unless they use quick swap. And that's just what it is. And this is just more confirmation. This is more proof. Remember, this is supposed to be the best Zani player ever. This is supposed to be the Zani main. And he himself is telling you, this team barely clears despite being one of the most expensive ones in the game. And even if you're giga optimizing and playing this much quick swap in the rotational setup, you're still barely going to clear. That's a bit of a disaster, isn't it? For that 1 second clear, do keep in mind that these are the echoes that I have. And so, if you play the exact same way that I did over there, and you just happen to have less echo investment than I do, it's safe to say you will just not clear. You will just not clear because I had 1 second left over. So you quick swap, or really, you're fucked. I don't have any other way to view this. You quick swap or the character just doesn't clear. If you don't quick swap, you better have echoes on the same level as mine. And of course, stat builds that look like this on your Zani and this on your Phoebe. Otherwise, maybe get a shorekeeper sig or something. Yeah, just make it a 6-cost team. Then you'll have an extra 3 or 4 seconds to get it done. Guys, this is kind of where we're at over here. Zani mains need to understand, at a baseline, without quick swap, this is one of the worst units in the game. To the point where you have teams that cost a literal fraction, less than half of what this one does, the one being shown in this video, objectively clearing better with no possible doubt at all. Because all you need to do is take a look at this clear real fast. Let me just show you a little bit of this. We've got Mortefi, S0R0 Shorekeeper on Variation, Mortefi on Static Mist, and of course, Augusta with her Sig. This is a 3-cost team, because I have a limited unit, their weapon, and 1 limited character, and the rest are either 4-star units or standard weapons, or 4-star weapons. That's it. And so why don't we take a look and see what this team is capable of.
Inferno! Burn to ashes! Let's do this another way.
This is my moment. In control. Unmatched! Barely fast.
You can already probably tell by the time, right?
Stand tall before the eternal sun!
How much more affordable is this team? How much less does this team cost? How much easier is this team to build?
It ends now!
I'm sorry, bro. That is, yeah, just put that unit in the bin. In what universe can anybody dispute the fact that Zani is quite possibly one of the worst possible units in the game to invest in 2026? When with a 6-cost team, she performs like... We don't need to use my gameplay. We can just use Wallenstein's gameplay, right? Because he's such a good player. She performs like this. In the hands of one of the best players of this game. There's not really anything to say, right? There's not really an argument to have. But what about some other teams, right? Because some people could say, well, Saint, that's just power creep. Augusta is a stronger character than Zani. That's because she was released later, and Kuro simply cannot balance the game, so now you're promoting power creep, you disgusting little dog. Well, what about this, ladies and gentlemen? What if I were to show you a unit called Carlotta? In the same TOA, where I have 234 ping, we use an S0R1 Carlotta, we use a S0R1 Shorekeeper, and then we use a Jeja on Stringmaster. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That's also less investment, because Jeja's not on her Sig. And Carlotta's also an older character than Zani. So now we're at the point, right, where we have taken the argument and we flipped it on its head. There's no power creep here. There can't be power creep. Zani was a character that was released later. The only thing that can be happening in this circumstance related to power creep is reverse power creep, with this unit being worse than Carlotta without quick swap. So let's go ahead. Let's check this one out a little bit, guys. Because Judge is on String Master. We can confirm that. That ain't her fucking C. That's red. Let's see what Carlotta's clearing. And remember, I'm doing this on 234 ping.
Astral modulation.
Hey, can we get it, though?
Insta-pacing.
What? That's still a pull weapon? What do you think Wallenstein's clear would have looked like if Phoebe was on String Master? He left the stream? Let's see when this team clears with Jeja on String Master. Let's just watch it.
After the spark.
Remember, I'm on 240 ping.
My compliment. Found your weak spot. Brilliance lights the way.
Oh, yeah, no, this is easy.
The world is mine.
Let's check it out. We clear at the same time. The same time as Wallenstein's on a 6-cost team. S0R1, everybody on their signature. This team with Jeja on String Master clears at the same time. If Jeja's on her sig, this team clears faster. Just like how Phoebe in the Wallenstein's run was on her signature. And so, ladies and gentlemen, without quick swap, Zani's premium team is worse than Carlotta's with Jeja on String Master. Because I'm on 240 ping, and remember, Wallenstein is the best player ever, remember? So the rotation can't get better than this, right? Remember, I'm the trash player. I'm the dog shit player playing on 234 ping, and I'm getting a better clear time with less investment. So this character and this older unit, this older team just has to be better, right? Variation SK? No, this is Hotoki's account. He has Stellar Symphony. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you now have proof that a homeless Augusta with Mortefi clears absurdly faster. You have proof that a 240 ping Carlotta with Jeja off sig clears faster. Because think about it this way. If I have less ping, I'm clearing faster. I have to like wait for like delays. I have to wait for 40 and shit like this to pop up. And then you have Wallenstein's doing the best possible rotation. Doing as many recordings as possible. Doing 10 plus, 20 plus runs to get the fastest possible clear. I'm just raw dogging this first try on stream on 240 ping. And I uploaded this and it's faster. Raw dogging it first time on the reset on 240 ping and it clears faster. What further arguments can we have at this point? This is without a doubt the most dog shit 6-cost team in the game that can only be compared to at the 6-cost level. 3 limited units with 3 limited signatures, all tailored for the unit. It can only be compared to Yinlin, Zhang Liao, and like Jeja and Jinxie. But I don't even think you can use Jeja or Jinxie because Jeja is not really Jinxie's best in slot support. It's just not out yet. Do you think Zani is ever going to get somebody better than Phoebe as her support? Jinxie still at least has the potential to get a better support than Jeja, right? We all know that. Do you think Zani's going to get an upgrade to Phoebe? Do you think so, ladies and gentlemen? No, this is the best this team is ever going to be. And the best that this team is ever going to be clears at this dog shit pace while piloted by one of the best players in this game. Do you see, Zani mains, why I'm saying sorry to you? Because you're now face to face with reality. You're now face to face with the truth. Confirmed by the most premier Zani main himself. This character, without quick swap, is a pile of shit. She's a pile of garbage. She's terrible. Because investing this much, S0R1 on every character, a 6-cost team, and then proceeding to get a TOA clear like this with infinite resets is fucking embarrassing. It's fucking terrible. And that's why we made our statements before. Zani's one of the worst pull value units in the history of this game. Zani is a terrible idea for players that don't know what they're getting themselves into. Unless you quick swap with this unit, pulling her will be a detriment to your account. And she's not recommended for 99% of players. And that's being verified by the Zani main guy himself. Isn't that awful? Isn't that terrible? Especially when there are so many of these comments out of here. RIP Clown and Tauntas. don't know why they prefer to trust Saint over someone who's a true expert at the game. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, what happens when the true expert of the game, Wallenstein, just confirms every single thing I've been saying about this unit the whole goddamn time? So, you do trust me, because you're trusting him, and he's proving everything that I've done. He's showing everything that I've already done, because once again, ladies and gentlemen, right? We're talking about these clears, we're talking about this level of performance when...
Oh, that's so cringe.
It's the same thing that I'm doing. So if I'm wrong and he's right, but we're both doing the same thing, doesn't that just mean I'm right?
Power of the sentiment.
Shut.
Because our clear times are the same.
All yours. All of you at once. I don't
That is such a
know.
cringe
If you factor in that he has Stellar Symphony, that he has Shorekeeper Signature.
time for how I'm playing this.
And this is also the thing.
My seal.
I'm doing this live on stream. He got an infinite number of recordings. I'm doing this live on stream. Ain't that rough? So now you're saying Wallenstein's plays at the same level as me in recordings. I play as good as Wallenstein's, if not better, while I'm live. That's what Wallenstein's proved, ladies and gentlemen. We're at the same level, except I can do it live, consistently, all the time, while he's got to stick to recorded videos. Oof. Oof. And so this is where we'll address the apology. I view this clear. I view this gameplay from Wallenstein's over here as better than an apology. This is just a verification. He himself admitting to his entire community that everything that I've said about this unit has been correct the whole time. And the best way that you know that this is something that Wallenstein is probably intentionally doing, he threw me the alley-oop here, guys. You want to know why? He's in my chat while this run is going on. He was there. He saw me do this Zani casual run. He saw the time that I got. And you want the proof that he saw it? He's right here in chat during these clears. He's right here in chat during these clears. So he saw the clears and was just like, ah, shit, let me just do it myself. And got the exact same fucking clear time that I did. So he just uploaded a video verifying that he and I play at the same level. That's rough, isn't it? That is really going to tilt a lot of people, isn't it? And so guys, do you see why this is an apology? Do you see why I'm saying sorry? Because this is going to devastate so many people to such a high degree. I've got to make sure that I say sorry in advance. Because I don't want to be blamed for the crash outs that you're going to be seeing across the space after all this stuff goes live. Let me know what you all thought about this one. Peace out.